Hello YouTube. Alright. So I'm gonna try to read your mind. Right here. Alright. So you're wandering the Godlands trying to get to 8-8, and this happens. Look at that. Disgusting death page. Now, this character is just a fame farmer, so I don't mind that he's dead, but most people do. So when you're in the Godlands and you're farming, the thoughts running through your head up until this moment are probably, I'm gonna make this character epic. He's gonna be the greatest character ever. And then you die, and 90% of you will probably say, I quit, or something along those lines. You will rage, okay? So, what's the reason? Like, you want to get a character to 8-8, what's wrong with that? You want an epic character, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's the motive behind it that's a little flawed. Okay, and there's a simple reason for that. Every character in Realm of the Mad God will die. Barring the hacked clients, which ruin the game, for everyone who doesn't have one, every character in ROTMG will be dead at some point. So what's the point in playing? Why should you play a game where all your hard work goes into something that's going to be taken away from you with one of these ugly death screens? Why? What's the point? Why should you play a game where all your hard work goes into something that will be inevitably taken away? There's a very simple answer, and that answer is, put your work into the things that aren't taken away. Okay? So instead of thinking, I'm going to make this character epic, think, I'm going to make this character epic so he will gather food for my divine pet, or so he will get epic gears for my next character. The joy in Realm of the Mad God is not in the epic character per se, but in the deeds that that character does. It's when you finally get that white bag, or that WC top, or that divine pet, or whatever it is that you look for. When your character dies, don't be sad. Don't be one of those people that rages, pretends to quit only to come back a few days later. Be happy. Now you have a new character slot. You can make whatever character you've been thinking of trying out. Okay? And you have access to any of the stuff that that character may have picked up during his life. So you can go into your vault, and any good character will have gathered new gears that you can use. Right? So, I mean, I can just pick up that. You know, look around, look at all the stuff that my characters have picked up over their lifespans. Okay? And that is the joy. When your character dies, you shouldn't be upset, you should be happy. You get to make a new character, and you get to finally try out all that new stuff you got. You know, I get to try out the Z seal that my character found during his life. I get to use all the good things that I didn't have before because of this. Okay? I can use this. And look at this, I got a ton of fame. Perfect. I can use that fame to feed my pets. In fact, that's something you can definitely work on. Pets are a great addition because they're a great thing to put your time towards. So if you find yourself raging at death, here's my advice, okay? Go to the pets page. It's in the description, okay? Pick a divine pet and a skill set, okay? Pick the divine pet that you really want and the skill set you want it to have. Okay? So, for example, for me, I want a spooky divine pet. More specifically, I want the Grim Reaper, because it's awesome. And the skill set I want is attack, close, heal, and magic heal. So I've got some creepy pets, or spooky, that's what it's called, not creepy, spooky. And I'm working towards maxing them. Towards that goal. That's what I work for. And this fame is just going to allow me to feed them more often. To make a divine pet with a maxed stat cap, it takes 630,996 food, 16 common eggs, and a ton of fame. Okay? That's a lot, but it's actually not as impossible as you might think, especially seeing as joy comes at each step. Every time you finally max 2 commons and make an uncommon, great. Max 2 uncommons, make a rare, great. Max 2 rares, make a legendary, excellent. Max 2 legendaries, make your divine, and that's when you're really happy. But the working towards it is also the fun part. It's an MMO. That's always the fun part. It's working towards the end. Okay? So you can keep a chart of your progress. In fact, I'll post an example chart. Actually, I'll post my current chart pertaining to my quest for a spooky pet. I mean, I used to be questing towards divine insect based on having this guy, but I decided I don't really like the divine insects as much as divine spookies, so I'm going to work towards a divine spooky instead, okay? So most of my spookies are level 1. And I'll show you the chart I have, and you can make a similar chart and mark your progress as you go. It helps. Okay, so my summary here would be to say that what makes you proud in Realm of the Mad God shouldn't be your 8/8 Necro. It should be that you have a top WC set in your vault. So, for example, in my vault, I have, you know, Seahole, G-Sork, and I've got Ring Pops. I guess they can be counted as a top, but I've also got, I think I have a Exadef Ring. There you go. That's a WC top right there. That's a WC top set. That's what you should be proud of. Okay? Or be proud of the mass amounts of fame you have. I mean, I've got 1,700 fame. That's not much. A lot of people probably have more fame than me. That's something to be proud of as well. Or be proud of the pet following you around. Those things are the things that last. Those are the things you should be focusing on, okay? And just trust me, this simple little change in mentality from character to deeds to the lasting stuff that the character does makes Realm of the Mad God so much more fun, okay? I mean, of course, strong characters are still awesome. They're fun to play, and they help you get these things that last, okay? So, it's not that this tutorial is useless. I mean, this is an 8/8 tutorial. You guys are obviously watching it to get 8/8. And I'm sitting here saying it's not important. It is important. 8/8 characters are a lot more fun. But that's not to say that they're the main part of the game, and it's not what you should focus on. And that will mean that when you die, you won't just want to quit. You'll want to keep playing when you die instead. Okay? And that's helpful. And that's important. Okay? So, yeah, I'll see you next time with how to get 7 and 8 of 8. We're almost there. It's been a lot of videos starting at 6/8 and going towards 7 of 8. That's the biggest gap, is getting, because you have to get to 6 of 8, and that's tricky. Okay, and I'm kind of counting as one big thing. So after next video is going to be on how to get 7 and 8 of 8. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. It's going to happen. And it's going to be awesome, and you are going to have an awesome character, and that character is going to find you all the good stuff you're going to need to make yourself a divine pet, or WC tops, or whatever. And I'm going to make a video on the strengths and weaknesses of each class as well. Okay? So, yeah. Have fun in Realm of the Mad God.